All right, let's go ahead and take a call.
The joke's on me.
You're live on Ultimate Local Music Texas. Who are we speaking with?
This is Jacob Henderson from Midnight Empire.
From Midnight Empire. What's going on, man?
Oh, another day, just living the dream. What's going on in your world?
Not much. Just doing the good old Wednesday rock and rollness. I hear you guys just recently had a write-up.
Yeah, we sat down with old Mario Teradell from the Dallas Morning News and had a nice little interview at a local club down in Deep Ellum called the Boiler Room, which is actually owned by some of the guys from Drowning Pool, and those guys are real cool with us. So that's where we sat down and we just did a little chatting about the album and whatnot. So
cool. So
went really well.
So what do you guys got going on? I know you just recently put out the album and kind of had to scrape together to get that done. It's kind of a cool story how you guys went about raising the money and actually having somebody just give you money and saying, believing in you enough to just give you money and say, here, go get it done.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. We I feel halfway bad because we gave our manager Kevin, who was on I think last week. We gave him a lot of crap because he was asking, for quite a bit of money because, I was like, hey, let's go to just a local place or whatever. We just need to get our stuff out there at this point. And he was like, no, that's not how I want to do it. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. We're going to do it the first time, and we're going to go to the best place in Dallas. And, to me and to a lot of other musicians that I know, the place that we went to is one of the better places in Dallas, but you got to pay the dime for it. And he was asking for about $6,000 just for the album, and we were like, dude, it's not going to happen, especially not even giving it a month's time. And sure enough, with 3 days left after saying, whatever, not going to happen, he calls me and he's like, yeah, it just happened. So you guys are taking me out to eat. I'm like, what? So now it went great. And then we went in and we knocked it out and we got us a very good quality CD in hand to pass out. One of the best I've ever recorded quality-wise. It came out really, really impressed with the quality. So.
Well, and that's one of those things that, you have to pay for quality. You see a lot of bands, they go in and they, record a full-length album on a Fisher-Price tape recorder, and that's what it sounds like, that they record on a Fisher-Price tape recorder. And stuff like that, no matter how badass your band is, in a live setting, I can't really portray that on the radio, if you have a shitty recording. So that's one thing that bands need to do is if you're going to go in and you're going to record an album, pay the money to have it done, pay the money to have it mastered, and put out a good product. Because if let's say somebody's out of state or something like that and can't see you play live, then that right there is the only thing they have to really get a feel of your band.
Yeah, no, Cody, you're definitely 100% right about that. As when we did get the album in hand, I was so glad that we ended up getting the money and everything together so that we could record at Crystal Clear, because it came out awesome. I've put it in a couple of big names' hands, and we've only gotten good stuff, good feedback from it. One of those being one of my buddies from I don't know if you remember the band King Diamond from the 80s.
Oh yeah,
90s.
Oh yeah, I was a King Diamond fan.
Definitely, yeah. One of the former guitar players, who's a good friend of mine, who lives in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I handed it to him. I was like, hey, buddy, check it out. And, he's gotten so many people that have handed him, albums, hey, check it out, yada, yada. He kind of tossed it aside, but I kept bugging him. He finally puts it in and listens to it. The next day he calls me back, and he's like, dude. I'm like, what's up? He's like, man, I freaking love the album. And I was like, hey, thanks, man. Do you like the quality? He's like, yeah, man, Crystal Clear. They really did y'all right. Crystal Clear did. And he loved it so much that he gave it to some big names that helped King Diamond along the way as well. So that's all kind of pending. We'll keep our fingers crossed, but at the same time, we'll keep moving forward on doing what we're doing now. And and that's doing exactly what I'm doing talking to you, you know, getting our names out there, getting some reviews, and getting into some different cities and whatnot.
Right on. Well, that's awesome. Let's go ahead and play a track off the new album. What would you say is your favorite track?
Ooh, that one is a toughie, but, you know, I think rockin' wise, I really like Can't Get Enough. I'd probably like to hear something like that.
Can't Get Enough? We can definitely make that happen. I appreciate you calling in, Jacob, and keeping us up to date on what's going on with you guys. And where can the fans go and pick up this album?
You can actually go to iTunes, probably the easiest place. But we've got a couple of places actually in Austin, since, you know, obviously the show's based out of Austin now. We've got End of Ear, we've got Antone's, or is it Antoine's or Antone's?
Antone's Records,
yeah. And we've got Waterloo. You can get the CD at any of those three places. But, you know, if you're like me, you want to have it digitally so you can listen to it whenever, just go to iTunes and pick it up. So that's probably the easiest way to do it.
Cool. And if they want to check out any stuff, you guys have a website. I know you can be found under Midnight Empire there on Facebook. Do you guys have a .com website?
Yeah, we do. We have an official website. It's midnightempireband.com. And if you're going to be around the Dallas-Fort Worth area on March 3rd, we'll be playing at Haley's in Denton. The Dallas Morning News thing, the big article is going to come out. It's not going to be just your little clipping that you can pass over, which is awesome. That's going to be coming out on Thursday the 23rd. So.
Well, cool. Let's go ahead and play a track off of the new album. This is Midnight Empire with Can't Get Enough. And I thank you for calling in, Jacob.
Thanks, Cody.